Alright, y'all, we about to make some kimchi today. We're gonna make some cabbage kimchi and some green onion kimchi, and I got all the ingredients here. And if you need it, just go ahead and pause the video. So here go the cabbage. They said to get you a little cabbage because I'm not trying to make a lot. Cut the ends, get the edges off because you don't know what's up in that. And then everything else is clean, and I just took a little bit off the top. And just to let you know, this is a very laborious type of thing that you gotta do, because now I realize why all the YouTube videos got families doing kimchi. Because I tell you, my back, it was all about the back. Okay, you need all kind of back muscles up in here. So my favorite part right here is the salt. So you gotta put salt in the bag so it can get salt, because it's thicker right there. They say you gotta put salt right there. So I just be following the YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to make kimchi on the low. So I'm trying to make this at the house. We ain't trying to get the ones expensive at the grocery store. I ain't got time for that. So we just gonna learn here, and you just gotta sprinkle the salt, sprinkle it, make sure everything get hit. And I got this salt from H Mart. Shout out to H Mart, okay? And then I put some water in the salt to help it dissolve, because you say you need a salt and water in here. And then I got a little nervous because I'm like, wait, I think I put a lot of salt, because we don't do measurements up in here. We follow our heart. So I said, let me start adding more water, because we don't know if we made it a little too salty. But I mean, I guess that's the whole point, making kimchi, because you got to make it salty for it to kill all those bacteria. And then after it kills the bacteria, it's supposed to leave the good bacteria. And if I'm saying everything wrong, please somebody tell me, because I don't want to give y'all wrong information. But I think that's what I heard when I was watching these YouTube videos. Anywho, now we here at the green onions. We got to make sure we clean the bottoms, make sure they nice and white at the bottom, get all the ugly stuff off. And let me tell you, these green onions at H Mart, they was the ones, they was real pretty, real good, and real cheap. And I just cut them and clean them and do whatever I could just to make sure they look real pretty, because we don't like ugly vegetables. And if we do got ugly vegetables, we just gonna make it pretty. So we just gonna speed it up and wash it. And mind you, my back, okay, my back. All right, now, so what we got here? We got this radish. And I was peeling the radish, and I realized those are these little brown spots. I'm like, I ain't never seen the brown spots in the video. So we just gonna cut that out, because we don't know what that is. But when I did cut it, it was like part of the roots, and we don't want that. So we just gonna take it out, make sure all of this is nice and white, because that's what I see in my videos. And I was looking at it like, dang, how should I cut it? So I said matchsticks, and I'm like, wait, how you make matchsticks? So we was playing with that little thing around, and I'm like, this is how we gonna cut it. Yep. And some people make it in squares. Some people make them kimchis in squares. But I like mine in matchsticks, because I said maybe the squares might be a little too thick. So let's start with the matchsticks. So then you just want to rotate your cabbage, make sure to get all the moisture out, because it's supposed to be a little bouncy, or a little a little bouncy. So like I said, I don't use measurements. I just do what it do, follow the heart. I put some water in there, say cold water. Supposed to put cold water with this rice flour. And I didn't know how much rice flour to put, so I just put enough. And then I was like, dang, maybe it's a little too much water. So I was trying to decide, like, maybe I'll just cook it down, maybe I'll just let the fire do its thing, and let the water evaporate. And they said, don't leave it. Don't leave it. It's going to burn quick, because it gets thick real quick. So I just kept moving it around, because I wasn't sure how to do this. So I just kept going and going, and just going and going, as you can see. And mind you, this is where the arm work starts taking in. And if you start doing kimchi, just know it's a workout in itself. So we losing weight at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So get into it. All right. So I said, wait, let me just add some more flour. And that's where I messed up, because the water is no longer cold, it's hot. So guess what, we had all these chunks. I was too sad, y'all. I was like, okay, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? So we had to pull out that trusty whisker, and we just whisked that thing up. And I didn't even. I tried to make sure I ain't scratched my pot, cause I ain't got the non-stick safe whisk. So we just hit the top. We just hit the top. And when we got to the edges, we went real slow because my pots are expensive. I mean, yeah, we didn't know what that was. We just threw that, and I fixed the whole thing. So it's nice and thick the way it's supposed to, and that's how I was looking in all the videos. So I'm like, this cool. This it. All right, we gonna let that cool off. So I was just checking the cabbage, and I was trying to check for the bounce and checking the pressure, and it was good. We good to go. So I forgot. We had to make the ingredients, the sauce that you gotta put on the kimchi. So I started peeling my little apple, and this is an Asian pear from the H Mart. And you just want to chop that up and take out the seeds, because I don't know what the seeds do in the sauce, but we don't want that. We just gonna take that out, and that's supposed to add some sweetness to your kimchi. So I just follow the ingredients. I watched a couple videos, and I said, okay, these are like the main ingredients that I feel safe with, and this is what we're gonna put in. And this is my cayenne from my garden. I'm super proud of these cayennes. They real good too. Shoot, y'all better start you a garden. I know we up in age now, but if you young, you should start you a garden, and you gonna get to bear your fruits. So my mama bought me this blender, and thank you, Ma, because I just want y'all to know this blender done a lot for me over the years. As you can see, it's kind of old. It's kind of worn out, but it was doing this thing for so many years. I didn't expect this to go down like this, and I was just like, maybe I should add water. Maybe it's not enough juice up in there to make the thing turn. So I was like trying to figure out what to do, and I just said, dang, I think I broke my blender. So, I tried it again. Maybe I added a little more water, a little juice, and then it just said, no, we done. We over with. I'm used up. Go on and take me back. I'm done. I lasted all my warranty and all of that. I'm like, come on, man. I'm trying to crank it up, trying to resuscitate it, shake it up. I'm like, please. But you know what? I ain't had time. My back was hurting. Feet was hurting. I said, guess what? We just gonna get that hand power blender. And you know what? Sometimes technology ain't your friend. So you just gotta go ahead and bring it back. Bring it back to the old school way. And I messed up here too, because I should have put the blender thing in first. And then I had to move all of this stuff around. And I was too sad, because look, now all that juice. Look, okay, anyway, we just gonna crank it. And mind you, this is going fast. So if I slow this down, this was a good 15-20 minutes of me cranking this blender like I'm the electricity, like I'm using my little power to crank this up. And it didn't even do like what blenders should do, like get a real puree. So it's a little chunky, but we all about getting the essence. We trying to get the essence, the flavor, all that we can from this blending. Like, we just don't get it as small as possible, because guess what? My arms were dying. The lactate acid was going in my muscles. I was getting tired. Okay, my back was connected to my neck. That was connected to my arms. Was connected to my back, and back to my legs, and down to my knees, to my feet. And this kimchi right here, I'm like, I give props to all the ladies in Korea and around the world, or anybody who has attempted to do kimchi, because in the videos it looked real easy, real basic, like, oh, I could do this. And I mind you, I've done it, because you see the video now, but boy, you need a crew. Like, can you imagine doing like 50, 100 heads of this? No, not me. I only did one head, and that took me all day, and my back is gone. Okay, but you know what? It's all about the workout, because if you don't feel sore, then what you doing, right? See, cooking could be an exercise too. So here we go. We about to make this little sauce. We gonna switch it up. We gonna get this sauce going. Yep, so I had to put my slurry up in there. Like I said, it's a little chunky. And then I said, you know what, let me just add the rest of this rice, because I thought I made too much of that rice paste thing. But I guess I made just enough, because it was good. So I put the shrimp. I ain't worried about that. People's all like, oh, don't put this in your kimchi if you don't like the smell. Like, what's kimchi without all these smells? So I said, let me get this shrimp, And then I got that plum extract and I got some fish sauce. And mind you, there was like so many brands of fish sauce, so many brands of plum extract. I just followed my heart and I said, look, we just gonna get this one because this one look like it's cheap, it's good, it look like it got a cute picture on it. We just gonna get it. It says it in English. We gonna get the plum extract. It didn't say what kind of fish sauce to get. I didn't know what they had another type of fish sauce that started with L and they use it over there, but I can't. I don't know. I just said let me just get this regular fish sauce, and then I was like, well, how do I know what it's supposed to taste like? So I said, let me try it. And when I tried, I said, let me go ahead and add a little bit of more extra stuff, so just in case. And then they said to sprinkle some fish sauce on the green onions because fish sauce already got salt, so I ain't have to salt it like I did the cabbage. So I just put the fish salt on there. And then I forgot about the garlic chives, y'all. So, I chopped it real quick because we ain't got time for the back. And I just threw it all in this pot. And mind you, I halved the sauce because we still had some green onion kimchi left. So we can't use all the sauce. So I just took half of the sauce and I mixed that garlic chive and then the radish. And I mixed that up and I tried it, try to make sure it's like the right taste of kimchi. And honestly, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I ever tried kimchi that tastes like this, but it's its own thing because every family different. So I said, well, this gonna be my family kimchi. So I wrapped it up, I shoved it in each crevice because that's what I saw them doing, and I think I made a little too much the sauce and all that radish and chive. So I said, shoot, we just gonna stuff it because we can't waste nothing on my back and hard work. We just gotta use all of it because ain't no time to waste. Okay, so we almost done. I said, let me just continue to do this. We gotta fight through the pain, fight through the suffering, because you gotta appreciate the actual doing of kimchi. Okay, this is tough. This is hard work, y'all. And I'm telling you this before you attempt it so your back don't hurt unless you're ready to get your back hurt, okay? So I made me a little batch so I can have me something to try because I wanted to make sure this ferment. They say leave it out a day or like 2 days. And I said, I'll leave it out a couple hours. So I left it out overnight and then I put that thing immediately in the fridge. And then I've never used a box like this. I just see it on the show. So I'm like, how you use this? But I'm like, I think this how you use it. You're supposed to make it airtight. So I just kept playing with it and doing it. And then I had to wipe the edges. And then look, I don't know why this box was doing this or why I was doing this to the box. But y'all tell me if I'm doing something wrong. So I closed it. And it was cute because it got a little date to tell you when you made it. So you can stay fresh or, when it's not fresh no more. And then, like I said, the other half of the sauce, I had put it in with the green onions, mixed that thing around, and just put it in there. Now, some people, they got skills, right? Like, they make bowls out of their green onions and they throw it in there, but I was like, I can't. I tried it. I felt like I was damaging the goods, so I was like, let me just throw this in there and grab this one at a time. And I made green onion kimchi because I don't be seeing that too often in the store. So I'm like, let me make this too. So we got this all together. This is my little small batch of kimchi. And I had made some oxtail vegetable soup, which I'm going to show y'all in a different video. But y'all, this was fire, okay? Y'all better get you some kimchi. Make you some kimchi. Just wear a back protection and take some Tylenol the next day. All right? Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.